Hello, welcome back to this channel. Today we would be revealing the mystery of Santa Claus and Father Christmas. Santa Claus is often imagined as a jolly, plump old man in a red suit, bringing laughter and gifts to children everywhere. But I've always wondered, why does he go by Father Christmas in West Africa, but Santa Claus in the United States? Both figures offer the same warm hugs, the same cheerful smiles, and the same gift-giving spirit. So what's the story behind his different names? Does he change his identity depending on where he is? Or is there a deeper mystery about the man in red? These questions and more are part of the hidden truths of Christmas that I'll be sharing with you today. Many years ago, in the 15th century, when strange creatures could roam freely without question, anything too mysterious to understand was often considered a god, based on the season it was discovered. There lived an old, happy man with a hearty laugh and a round belly during this time. He was considered a hero because he was the only man on earth who rode an 8-legged horse, but only during Christmas. The people honored him even behind him, not just for his wisdom, but for his cheerful spirit. Some even considered his smile as a medicine for their soul. He told timeless jokes that made the villagers stretch their ears in anticipation of Christmas. Aside from the sharing of drinks and fat meats, he ensured that even the poor were not forgotten as he created a common atmosphere for everyone to be merry. Whenever he visited the Norse people in northern England, he brought large jars of drink and spices to light up the Christmas season. He would hand the jars to the villagers with a loud, booming laugh that made his belly shake in a dramatic dance. But the younger children were very terrified and scared of him. A large number of his teeth were fallen due to old age, and each time he laughed, the younger children would run to hide, in great fear of this strange man. Still, the adults adored him, especially the men, because he brought them delicious drinks. Whenever the children hear the swift sound of the 8-legged horse, that sounds like the triumphant entry of a troop of soldiers from the east, they would whisper, "Father Christmas is here," and rush to hide right inside their mother's blanket while shutting their ears. When parents discovered that most of their children dreaded this strange man, they began to use his visit as a threat to get their children to run errands they would never go for in the cold. They would say, "If you don't do your chores, Father Christmas will come after you." And before the twinkle of an eye, even the most stubborn kid would race off with the speed of light. The fear was enough to send any child running to complete their tasks. As time passed, the adults too began calling him Father Christmas, as they too didn't even know his true name. And since he only appeared during Christmas, they all agreed that he was indeed Father Christmas. By the 16th century, Father Christmas had changed into an entirely new and more colorful form. He still had the same jolly figure, but now dresses in a green long robe made of animal skins. He still moved from house to house, encouraging people to eat, drink, and be merry. His laughter was infectious, and his spirit of joy remained unchanged and even more pleasing. However, the rise of Puritanism in the 16th and 17th centuries, with them focusing on purifying the Church of England, they saw Father Christmas as a diabolical being and decided to bring an end to its existence. Since they couldn't just put an end to Father Christmas, who has won the heart of so many, the Puritans sought for a way to completely put an end to Christmas. This is due to its pagan origin. But in the 1660s, there was a restoration which revived many Christmas celebrations. But Father Christmas's popularity was already lost to the air. Yet during the Victorian era, Father Christmas experienced a revival where gift-giving to the rich and poor alike became a major priority in England. His fame began to spread again as his image appeared in texts like The Book of Christmas, 1836, by Thomas Hervey, illustrated by Robert Seymour, where he was depicted as a jolly old man in a long, hairy gown. And with this acceptance and change of role as a bringer of gifts, Father Christmas now transformed into a symbol of generosity and joy. Meanwhile, Santa Claus has his origins in the 3rd century with Saint Nicholas, a Greek bishop known for his kindness and generosity. After Saint Nicholas's death, the Dutch in England began calling him Sinterklaas, which evolved into Santa Claus as the years passed. His legacy of giving gifts to well-behaved children on Christmas Day spread across the world in memorial of him every 6th of December. Santa Claus, or Sinterklaas in some countries, is undeniably linked to St. Nicholas, who performed many good deeds, including saving 3 daughters from being sold into slavery by providing dowries for them. In older centuries, Father Christmas was entirely different from Santa Claus. He was merely a merry visitor and not a children's gift giver. But as Victorian Christmas celebrations began focusing on children and family, Father Christmas was blended with Santa Claus. Together, they became the figures we know today. Now, Father Christmas and Santa Claus are highly indistinguishable. They both give gifts, both wear red, which symbolizes love and the blood of Christ. Both are depicted as jolly old men with white hair and long beards. The image of Santa, or Kris Kringle, became widely popular in the United States and Canada in the 19th century, particularly due to the poem A Visit from St. Nicholas, 1823, as illustrations by Thomas Nast. Today, whether he is called Father Christmas or Santa Claus, he represents the spirit of generosity, joy, and the miracle of the season. Thanks for watching. I believe you were entertained. Kindly click on the subscription button to get notified whenever we upload new and inspiring but educative videos. Share your thoughts in the comments section.